Hey there, good morning, and welcome to Prog Monster. My name is Murph, I'm the host. This is a show dedicated to progressive rock, hard rock, heavy metal, and other rock genres. Okay, today we're doing a look back at a classic rock album. This one dates back to 1978, released on February the 10th. The album cover the photograph was taken by Elliot Gilbert, and the art design was done by Dave, I want to say this name right, Bahanj, something like that. Anyways, produced by Ted Templeton. The length is about 35 to 36 minutes in length, and it was released at Sunset Sound Recorders in Hollywood, and on the Warner Brothers label. And of course, we're talking about this album, Van Halen's debut album. Fantastic album. When it first came out, was considered heavy metal. That's the way it was in those days. This was what heavy metal looked like. Featured on this album, of course, if you look at the picture, try to get it without the blur, you see David Lee Roth in the right corner at the top. On vocals, Eddie Van Halen beside him playing guitar. I'll try and move it a little bit so you can see better. Michael Anthony below David Lee Roth playing bass, and then Alex Van Halen on the drums. The classic Van Halen lineup. This is the first of what I call 5 really good albums. This one, arguably the best. Not my particular favorite, but many people cite it as the best Van Halen album. It's a very good debut album. Has 11 tracks on it. It starts out with, of course, the all-time classic, Running with the Devil. That heavy beat right off the beginning, the bass and the guitar together. Fantastic song. Got a lot of airplay on the radio. Not one of my favorite Van Halen songs, I think simply because it's probably been overplayed too many times. But great song nevertheless. Followed by Eruption, which is, people sound that as the alarm for the coming of Eddie Van Halen. The beginning of shredding, maybe. The beginning of shredding, the beginning of like that 2-finger thing that he used to do on the guitar. All that stuff started on this song, Eruption, and which immediately is followed by You Really Got Me, which is the quintessential cover of the Kinks' You Really Got Me song. To be honest, Van Halen is one of those bands, and there's not a lot of them out there, who do a better cover of a lot of songs than the originals did. Most of the songs that they've covered, I like their version better than any of the original bands. The next one is Ain't Talking About Love, one of the classic rock songs from this band. One of my favorite songs by this band. A song that, even though it got a lot of radio play, never kind of wore out with me. It never reached the burned out status as some of the other ones have. I'm the one you love. Yeah. Fantastic song. Underrated, deep cut song on the album. I like that quite a bit too. And then, of course, another radio staple, Jamie's Crying. Great heavy track. Fantastic song. A song that I liked quite a bit when it first came out. Burned out a little bit now, but I still liked it quite a bit. Atomic Punk. Fantastic. Deep cut as well. Heavy. Very heavy. And then Feel Your Love Tonight, which I think got quite a bit of radio play. Not enough to burn out, but I kind of like that track quite a bit as well. Little Dreamer, great song, love it. And then, of course, probably my favorite song on the album, The Ice Cream Man. Ice Cream Man, stop me when you're passing by. Oh yeah. Yeah, I gotta love that. David Lee Roth at his best here. And then, of course, the final track on the album, On Fire. Fantastic song. A deep cut. Not a lot of people know this song, but they should. It's probably one of the top songs on this album. So very heavy album for Van Halen, maybe their heaviest. Great debut album. Put them right on the map, this album. They have such a neat logo. I really like their logo quite a bit. The album cover is really good. The back isn't too bad either. Yeah, Van Halen. It's kind of a greeny yellow CD. I got lucky to get this album. It was I was in one of the stores lately, and there it was sitting, and I took it off, and at first I noticed there was a small, well, it wasn't small, it was probably about an inch long scratch on it. But after I cleaned it, I bought it anyways. I took the chance, a couple dollars, not a big chance. Took it home, wiped it down, and the scratch was more of a smudge than it was a scratch of the wood. It was not very big at all, and so I scored huge getting this album, and I'm happy. I originally had this album on vinyl, along with Fair Warning and Van Halen 2, which I all now have again, all on CDs. This wasn't the album that I bought first by Van Halen. The thing that got me into Van Halen was my friend John. He got his Women and Children first, and then once he got that and we listened to it, we went out and we found this album, so it was number 2, and then of course Fair Warning came after it. So I started Van Halen with the launching of their their Women and Children first album, and went back and got this, but a great album nevertheless. So there you have it, Van Halen debut album, great album. If you really like Van Halen, this is the first album and a good one to start with. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, just like below and subscribe if you want me to do more of this kind of stuff. I still have a few left to do before the end of the season, but this one is for today. Thank you.